Oh dear. What's up, Transformdom? This is Ben here, and today we're going to take a look at the MP-52 KO. And this is a straight up knockoff of the Takara Tomy masterpiece Starscream 2.0. And here's the box from the front, and already I can kind of see that the print image quality is of a little bit of a slightly lower quality, especially under the bright lights. And here's a look from one side. As you can see, they attached the pre-order special. I guess these are light up faces for Starscream, so that's pretty cool. We'll take a look at that. And they kind of stuck it onto the box here real tight. I hope I don't make any there. Let me just cut that out. Slowly peel it off without damaging the box. There you go. Okay, the stickers are off. The other side of the box, top, bottom, as you can see, there's no production stamp print. And the back. Okay, let's crack this puppy open. You get exactly what you get in the official instruction manual, a collector card, the flight stand. You get all the same accessories, but let's look at the main event. And here's Starscream. Alright, 101 KO. How does it look like? Well, right off the bat, nothing is really tapped in properly yet. So let's get this tapped in. Hopefully, it will tap in. First impressions, paint feels good. There's a lot of things that can't really tap nicely. That's my first impression. They still have the same die-cast pieces like on the chest here. So that's pretty cool. Okay, I don't know whether this has been mistransformed out of the packaging, but this section here will not tab in very nicely. So first impressions, paint quality is good, but I think there's a lot of misalignment at the back here. So what I'm going to do is try to resolve it and then start the review. So here we have MP-52 KO in the alt mode, all laid out. Let's get the elephant out of the room right out of the way. I managed to kind of tabbed everything together. It looks okay, all right? I mean, I don't really remember how it would look on the original version, but it looks okay. It's a bit unfinished, you know, in some areas, like for example, the in thrusters down here, and this is kind of loose, you know. This piece here where the null ray will be stuck on is a bit gappy. Yeah, and I don't recall it being that bad on the original. Let's put on these null ray missiles. I think we will just lift up this piece here and flip it around. It's painted and it definitely looks like a recast of the original null ray, so the details aren't as prolific. Okay, so it ain't the best quality. And now I can peg it onto the undercarriage wings, so this payload sticks down like that. So it sticks okay, not bad at all. Next option, with the other null ray, I'm going to try to stick it onto the armature piece. Tolerance is a bit tight. There you go. Lift off this little peg piece, insert it in there, and I believe I can twist this around to orient everything in. There you go. Not only am I able to do the all-in-one transformation sequence, but I can mimic the real Boeing F-15 with a detachable payload. So that's pretty cool. It fits very nicely. You can hear the bit of the squeak. Next. Oh my god, that Decepticon insignia on Megatron is not a very good job. Yeah, it's painted in some bits, I think. In some bits, I don't think it's painted. This Decepticon insignia, it looks horrible. But it does have a little slot, and I guess it can slot it onto the undercarriage to replicate one of the scenes in the cartoon. Choom choom choom. Yeah. We also got these thrusters, and that's how it looks. It's very opaque, you know. I don't know if this is the same quality. I know Thundercracker's thruster effect is yellow, but you can kind of see, yeah, similar quality. Maybe this is a bit more translucent. Let's see how it sticks onto the thrusters. Oh, all right, pull it out. Okay, all right, you gotta use two hands with this sucker. Yeah, make it gonna laugh. Miserable. Okay, it pegs in. Yeah, pegs in pretty good. Your piece here is a bit loose. There you go. And you can articulate the thrusters just a little bit. Now for the litmus test to see whether the authentic parts are interchangeable with the KO parts. That's the barometer to see whether this was an actual stolen AutoCAD MP-52 KO, you know, or maybe a factory remanufacture. Who knows? You know, midnight run. Okay, it pegs in okay too. So that could potentially mean you could get this KO and swap out the leg piece that was, you know, kind of dingy on the original on some people's. I don't believe there's any stress marks in there yet. Yeah, I just noticed while transforming here, this thruster piece here just came loose. Oh no, it's stuck in there. So I gotta figure it out how to get this, try it out. Oh, there you go, it's pretty easy, just gotta push it in. And now we've got the adapter piece. Let's see how it pegs in. Oh yeah, so there you go, pegs in, all right, pretty good. Gotta put back the landing gear. And now, let's put this flight stands together. Whoa, it's tight. Let me do this off camera. Okay, kind of done off camera. Whoa, it's real tight. Now to peg in the flight stand. And here's the stand, not bad. Wow, real tight. Definitely tighter than my Thundercracker's flight stand. Oh, look at that. Wow. I mean, this flight stand is magnificent. It's really tight, but I could get like small angles, you know. I mean, look at that. Wow. And, okay, it's collapsing under the weight a little bit, but it's still very good. It's still fantastic. Let me show you the original flight stand in comparison. It was real easy to peg everything in. It's a little looser here. Yep, here we go. Oh my god, it doesn't really fit. So this is not an AutoCAD stolen version, but look at that. It doesn't really hold under the weight, doesn't it? There you go. See, a little jerk, and oh, there you go. So the adapter does not really fit, but it fits nicely on this one. Look at that. So maybe you gotta be just a bit wary of buying the KO to replace the original official parts, or just get this KO and you'll be real happy with it. Look at that. Before we move on to the bot mode, let's take a look at the looseness of all the gimmicks. Cockpit, pretty tight. Yeah, there you go. Cockpit, close in. All right, not the tightest. Okay, so it's a bit of a gap there. Nose cone, close in nicely. This is quite tight. It's not the tightest, but it's okay. Yeah, flaps pretty good. Does it go down? I don't know. Oh, okay, yeah, there's flaps are okay. Okay, you know, tolerance test is pretty good. And yeah, these two tight stays put, unlike my Thundercracker. And the thrusters, you can pull them out, you can articulate them down a little bit. This one is a little loose, does not want to stay out. This right piece here is good, left piece here is a little loose, see? Oh, okay, they're both kind of held in by friction joints, so it ain't the best. Here's the look of the plane from the front, one side, other side, bottom, and top. So let's get this guy transformed. Okay, so here's MP-52 KO in the bot mode. Right out of the bat, I gotta say something first. The heels on this guy is not the tightest. It's a little loose. Not that I can still get away with it by making sure that the knees are lined up like this, as opposed to the more heroic stance like that. Otherwise, you'll have that Michael Jackson look. If I just move it back a notch, he will stand nicely and quite firmly. And this is a bit different than my original Thundercracker. Yeah, it's not the tightest, but it will stay in place. Okay. Second thing is that if you guys own the original, you know that when you transform the ankles here, you're supposed to be able to snap this in place and you will hear a snap sound. But I couldn't get this to snap, and I didn't want to just really brutally force it in because I don't know whether this is a straight up KO or if there were any modifications done. Not that I couldn't see much of a modifications done from the get-go, so I didn't really want to push my luck. Next, in terms of tolerances, this slot here won't tab in very nicely in the rear wing, so it just does not want to line up and tab in nicely. Alright, so this is a bit of an oversight. This side is good, right? So it's good. This side, not so good. Okay, minor issue because this is the backpack, so when you pose it from the front, it ain't gonna affect that much. Next is this thing here. It's a bit wonky. It's not like the original where it will just line up very nicely and stay in place. Not a deal breaker by any means. And the head, this head tends to pop out quite easily. So pretty good Starscream. As for accessories, we got the null rays, classic null rays, yeah. Adjust the peg like that. You got the blast effects, which does it fit nicely? Nope, not really. Okay, this one does. And then this effect here, right, it's not a good fit per se. Let's put the null rays on. Expect the null rays to tab in very nicely. There you go. Very nicely indeed. Push it in. There you go. The most important feature is this. Does a pretty good job. Next, we have the Megatron gun. Will Starscream hold it nicely? Not the best fit, but good enough to recreate that fantastic moment. Quite a decent fit. Yeah. Alright, that's the Cosmic Rust gimmick. And then the drill bit. It fits quite nicely, so that's good. It also comes with 5 faces of darkness. Just kidding. And let's see how it looks with all 5 faces. So here's the stoic face, the classical maniacal green face. Okay, no, this is the classical maniacal green face. Here's a really happy laughing face, screaming face, like in agony. And here's a like begging Megatron not to smash him in the face. Okay, let's take a look at the tolerances for all the joints. Head is, you know, as expected. Shoulders lift up without any sound here. But here's another joint that has a little ratchet. Forward and back has a little bit of a ratchet noise. Elbow bend is very tight. Butterfly joint is just like the original, friction. Ab crunch is also friction. The hip joints, it has a tougher ratchet, and so do the knee joints. It's a little harder. The feet here, okay, it's just like the original, so nothing really new over there. We also got a set of light up faces. Let's open this puppy up. Need to figure out what kind of battery will fit in. There is a battery in there already. What face options should I use? I like the real greeny face, you know. Yeah, put this on. There you go. Let me turn off some of the lights. It has a little bit of a red hueish, blue hueish tint. Head on! Without the light up gimmick, the eyes are definitely dead. And then the eyes are lit. It's okay. Can definitely do without the light up gimmick. That is it for my review today. So what do I think about this toy? Well, let's talk about 3 things I like about this toy. First, paint job done pretty well. I don't see a lot of scratches, blemishes. That is going to be a huge deal breaker. 2, finish overall is pretty darn good. It ain't perfect, especially where the ankles are, but it's definitely good enough for him to stand. Look, he stands real solid, okay? He stands real solid. Look. He stands real solid, so not a problem there. 3, the price point. I mean, he looks like the original toy. Yeah, your mileage will vary because this is a KO and they're not gonna go through a lot of QC stuff that's Takara Tomy might go through, you know. So they're gonna just chug everything in, put everything together, and you're gonna get what you're gonna get. So my copy, ankle joints, not the best, but with a bit of finagling, it fits nice. So what about the thing I think that could have been done better? Well, let me see. It's a straight up KO. I do appreciate what they've been trying to do, but maybe make the legs better. and I know there's going to be another KO with the nylon ankles, and I don't know what that's going to be like. But for the price, this is pretty darn good. I'm quite happy. I'm pretty happy to get the third EG01 version of the Starscream to just kind of do a comp, because I'm going to try to recreate my iconic G1 moments, and Starscream is definitely one of the few characters that's in many of the moments. Well, is this a buy? Well, yeah. If you want your Starscream now and you don't mind paying another 20 bucks extra compared to the EG KO that's coming out, in which we really don't know what the quality is going to be like, but this is definitely a good toy. So those are my thoughts. What are your thoughts? Please leave them in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like and share buttons. I apologize for my voice. I'm gonna hold off doing reviews for a couple of weeks simply because I need recuperate my voice. So that is it. I'll see you on the flip side.